If you're a trucking company that's struggling to surpass some number where you're stuck in 50, 100, or even 20 trucks and you don't know what's going on, why I cannot expand, why my trucks are coming and going, and I figure out that I'm in some type of loop. If that's you, this is the video for you. I will explain you the whole system behind this type of problem, how can you resolve it really easily, and what type of steps you need to get so you can hold the trucks on the right place if you are losing the trucks, or increase the number of trucks and your value on the market predictably, not with big steps. So let's do a simple and the most efficient way how we can explain why the drivers are leaving your company first of all. Let's say you have 100 trucks in your company. The average, national average for turnover in the trucking industry is 6 months. So what it means, for every driver that you bring, you can assess that they will leave and change some other opportunity. It doesn't mean that your company is bad, but they will search for some other opportunity, maybe because of their lifestyle, in the next 6 months. When I was driving a truck, and that was for 4 years, I switched exactly 8 companies. In some company I stayed for a month or 2, in some company I stayed for 8 or 10 or 12 months. But if you get the national average, I was direct at national average. 4 years, 8 companies, 8 different carriers. So when the market is going good, that means that the cost of switching the company from one to another is incrementally higher. Why? Because for a driver to switch from one company to another, it will take them a week or 2, and then that means that they will lose $3, $4, $5, $6, $10,000. So from 6 months, that number can go to 9 months, even at 12 months, the whole year of the drivers that don't have basically the time to switch to another company. They don't want to lose the money, even if some other company will give them 1 or 2K more. They don't want to lose that week that will lose like 5K or something. Or when it's a bad market, same situation happens, just on the another side, 3 months, even less is the turnover of the drivers when the market is bad. What it means, same situation, like they don't have time to waste by switching the company, and when the market is bad, they don't have time to waste to survive. There is no bad drivers. Most of the drivers, they are just doing their job. They are just not qualified, and they are not recognized from the company owners about the style that company works with. So when the company accepts bad drivers, or when they have a lot of trucks sitting in the yard, they need to accept some type of drivers like that. Then that will incrementally increase the number of drivers that come and go from your company, and that put the pressure on the whole team, safety, accounting, and your safety score, and at the end, your company. So how can we resolve this? We know this. This is the numbers, this is the stat, what you can do and calculate right now what your company is worth on the market. The easiest way will be to go to your clearinghouse, to your safety, and ask her to pull out all the drivers in the past year. How long did they stay? Let's say you have like 1 million drivers. That was from 1st of January till December 2024. You will have, let's say, 100 drivers that were driving in your company for average of 60 days. Then what we know about it? Then we know that in the 60 days, they will change a company. That means that your turnover or churn is 2 months. What it means exactly for you is that after 90 days, if you don't bring any drivers in, your company will have 0 drivers, 0 trucks on the road. How can we then risk reverse it and basically help you in this mathematical solution figure out what do you need to do and how do you need to structure your system? That's what we're gonna go through right now. So let's do the simple math so you know how can you adjust your recruiting department, your recruiting budgets, and as well how can you adjust your dispatchers so they know how much driver they can burn till everything is set up right. So let's say you have 60 days of turnover. That means that in a 90 days you will lose hundreds of drivers. Whole fleet, that's really bad. That means that you are losing approximately 30 drivers per month. If we are going on a weekly, that's 7.5 drivers a week you need just to keep the number steady. So you need 8 drivers a week in the company, so you just survive. If you cannot do 7.5 drivers a week, every driver less that you bring in, that means that you're going to lose the number of the drivers that you bring in the company. So simple as this, by us knowing that 7.5 drivers a week, that can be a problem, but for us, that is a key to solution of our problems. Let's say you have 4 recruiters. 4 recruiters only need to bring 2 drivers a week so they can set up their goals. So when you're hiring a recruiting department, you know that they need to hire 2 drivers a week, so their job is good. If they bring 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers in a week, first of all, probably that's not possible. But in case they bring more drivers, you know that by expanding this number from 1, let's say, to 4 drivers, your fleet will predictably grow. So what you need to know from this point, first of all, you need to know how to stop the bleeding of the drivers by calculating the number of the drivers that go out from your company. Of course, somebody will say, okay, I had some month I have 1, some month I have 11. Absolutely, I understand. The market changed, but what's S&P 500? It's S&P 500. This is average, and then most of the time, this will be the correct number. Of course, we will go to increase the value of the company and everything else in the future videos. So you will increase the number, so it will not be 60 days, but 90 days, and that will incrementally help you with it. So our goal is for every recruiter, or if you have 2 recruiters, for them to close 4 drivers a week, and that needs to be their minimum. That needs to be something that they are striving with. They need to be aware of it, and they need to be involved in it. Everything less than that was considering unsuccessful week. It doesn't matter if 1 week they are bringing 15 drivers and second one they bring 1. They need to bring at least every week 2 or 3 drivers, so your company is steady. So your business doesn't go like this. It goes like this with incremental benefits and higher achievements. So by you just using this simple math, you will then know how to bonus your recruiters, how to set up their salaries, and let's say they have $1,000 salary. You'll just say weekly or monthly, doesn't matter if your guys are abroad. You will say your minimum towards what we are calculating already is 3 drivers per week. You already set up the goal higher than what's our minimum, so even if they fall through their results, they will not fall in the place where it's bad for the company. So we say, okay, now the 3 drivers is what we need to do every week. That's your goal. Everything on top of that is extra. Perfect. On top of that, what that I mentioned in most of my videos, the driver's retention is what we are doing here. The driver's retention is the only key and only solution for your problems. It doesn't matter if the market is amazing or the market is bad, the driver's retention is the key. You can reward the drivers for retention, you can reward the drivers for reputation, but you can also reward the recruiters for retention. How can you do that? There is one of our video that literally show you how to do it, the whole payment structure and everything else. You can find it there. The only goal that you need to know and only thing you need to know is this. You can do the math on your company. If your company have 100 trucks, you get that number of drivers that was in past company, you divide by how many drivers you switched, what's their average time, and then that time you divide by months, then weeks, and then you set up the goals that the recruiting department needs to fulfill. And then you will see, as of literally tomorrow, your business will be steady, and then by you increasing the number of the drivers that's weekly minimum, you will increase the number of your trucks even without your making sure that retention is higher. But I would highly suggest for you to make sure that retention is higher, and this thing will go easily. So if you like this type of video, subscribe, and we will soon have amazing gift for you guys, and you need to be present. See you soon, and good luck.